Escorts is doing very well. I mean, we'll put the stock up. It, I think, is up almost about, was up rather 10%. There's a call from Motilal Oswal, which we put out a while back, 12%, 13% actually now, which actually talked, which initiated coverage on which on Escorts, and they, I think, have a price target which still implies substantial upside from here. Bharat Madan is Group Financial Controller at Escorts, and he's joining us right now on the show. Mr. Madan, good morning, sir. Thanks very much for your time. Could you talk to us a little bit about how business has been doing now, sir? Monsoons are a big deal, and this one is expected to be a big one. The Met just said yesterday that monsoons have covered half of the country. Progress remains okay. How has business been for you? How is it doing?
No, as I think you would have seen in the numbers which are being reported every month, the last 2 months have seen pretty good growth coming in. So March, April, May, all 3 months we looked at the industry going almost 14-15%. So good double-digit growth happening there, and we're seeing the similar trend happening in June also, which is supposed to be a peak month for this first quarter season. So we are very hopeful. I think the industry will show double-digit growth likely to be.
So industry will grow how much you think? I mean, the tractor industry in 17?
Well, in FY17, if the monsoon is well spread out, we can expect very good growth happening in the second half of this year, and maybe in the higher of the double-digit number also, maybe 20% plus also can be visible there. And the first half will be probably slightly slower growth. The first quarter we are looking at almost 14-15% growth happening in the industry. But I think overall H1 we still expect to be 8-10% growth will be there. But H2 can really give a positive surprise for the industry. So overall I think FY17 we can look at 10% plus growth likely.
Full year 17, 10% growth. And you said that second half, if monsoons pan out good by when they finish by September,
yeah,
second half you can see 20% growth as well. But overall 10%.
Yeah, it can also overall 10% plus.
So how will Escorts do, sir? I mean, what are you doing? The report that I was reading, the Motilal Oswal report, they actually point out that you've lost market share. You had a market share of 14% in 2009. It fell to about 10% in 16, financial year 16. Even in your strong markets, you went down. The North, for example. So as the industry revives, how will Escorts do, sir?
I think Escorts will also do in line with the industry, but if you look at the growth across the regions on pan-India basis, the southern market has grown pretty well. I think the growth has been in the very high two-digit numbers, almost 70-80% growth is coming, especially in markets like Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, where we are not very strong players. But the growth in the northern region has not been there. So in fact, actually the northern region like markets like Punjab, Haryana, UP, they actually shown degrowth. Though the level of degrowth has actually come down now. It used to be high double digit, now 30-35% sort of degrowth levels which were there about 6 months ago. Now they've been down to almost low single digit numbers, so 5-8% sort of degrowth levels are still there. But if the monsoon is good, the sentiments are improving, so we're very hopeful. I think in the H2 of this year, the northern market probably will start seeing a rebound and the southern market may slightly slow down. It may not see the similar growth but it had seen in the first 6 months, so from October 15 onwards. So overall, I think sentiments will remain positive for the industry.
If you just take North, which is your strong area, and if I were to ask you to give me an outlook for the industry in 17, what would the number look like? Would it be less than 10%? Just North.
Yeah, so Northern can be actually less than 10%. That's right. It can be less than 10%.
So, I mean, what? 5%, 6% in that region? The northern market?
No, I'd say if the monsoon is pretty good and well spread out, covers north also well. So the prediction initially was not very strong for the northern market. But I think if it covers well, then you can look at 8-10% growth in the northern market also. If the monsoon doesn't pan out to be well for the northern industry, for the northern area, then probably it will be slightly lower. It can be 5-8% sort of growth for north.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. So, I mean, the point that I was making is that you will have to deal with whatever the industry growth is, right? I mean, that depends on rains. So, what are you specifically doing to actually gain market share within that? And can you start to expand into South, etc. as well? I mean, what can you do to grow your share?
No, so we are already working on the southern markets. If you look at especially the market like Andhra Pradesh, we have actually gained market share. Even though the market has grown significantly higher there, the market share growth for us has been marginal. So we actually grown to a level of 5.5-6% in Andhra Pradesh as well. So overall, if you look at the last 12 months, even though the pan-India share is overall slightly looks flat or slightly down, but that's basically because of the regional growth pattern which are there, the south is growing very fast. But overall, if you look at individual state-wise levels, so we have actually gained market share in 8 or 9 states out of the 13 key states, including in the weaker areas of the southern and western markets. So overall, I think trend is positive. So as soon as you see the growth actually flattening out and probably becoming more even towards the northern part also, so we'll see the share of market gain actually become visible for us as well.
Sure. Fair enough. Could you take us through a little bit about the cost dynamics at Escorts? I mean, what is the what are margins like? How they panned out over the last 4-5 years? What does the future look like in terms of efficiencies, sir, within the company?
Sure. So as we had mentioned earlier, so we actually have been working on the cost initiatives. So especially the material cost front, we had taken initiative. We started a project for reducing the material cost by 4 to 5%, and this was started about 2 years ago. And we are virtually on the end of this project. By end of this month, we'll be completing 2 years of that project cycle. And we are very happy to inform that we have actually reached the target, whatever we had set the target for ourselves for this project. We've actually seen it being delivered. So I think you'll see the margin expansion happening on the financial numbers when you look when the numbers come out. And even the last year you have seen, I think in spite of the drop happening on the volume front, the margin for the agri business has actually improved. So last quarter we actually delivered EBIT margin of over 9.5%, and overall year was 8.1%. So in spite of the drop happening on the volume front. So now with the industry also showing signs of improvement and the cost efficiency factor also getting factored in, so I think you'll see the bottom line becoming better and better.
Yeah, the note also mentions employee rationalization. I mean, I'm talking about the research report. It says that you have 2,500 blue collar employees, right? I mean, excluding employees who took up VRS, voluntary retirement, in financial year 17, but that you plan to reduce the workforce pretty dramatically over the next 2 or 3 years. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I think we had a plan to do a VRS scheme last year as well, but because the industry went down, so because of the liquidity issue, we didn't actually announce the scheme, so it got deferred now. So I think most probably we'll probably look at another scheme coming out sometime in the next year. So when the cash flow eases out and the industry also starts performing well. So we actually have planned to do, I think, the reduction which is being talked about. There is some natural attrition also which is going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years time frame. So 300 type employees are likely also retiring out of that. And for the balance excess workforce, we'll probably look at the VRS scheme in the next 2 years.
What is the outlook for the construction equipment segment, sir? Can you talk about that in this year, financial year 17?
So construction also last 3-4 years of degrowth, finally I think the last quarter Q4 it started showing signs of improvement. So last 2 months have seen pretty good growth actually happening in the sector, which is very positive. 50% plus sort of growth is happening in the construction sector now, and we also seen the volumes actually moving up. So for this year also our outlook is very positive on this sector. So we expect 15 to 20% growth over last year is possible to achieve.
Sorry, what growth for you for Escorts in the construction equipment space? I missed the number.
15 to 20% growth over last year.
This is at an operating level, is it? Or revenues?
At revenue level, top line I'm saying.
Right. So would you say that financial year 17 should be, I mean, actually the next couple of years, assuming that rains remain normal, we'll see a big financial turnaround for Escorts compared to the last 3 or 4 years? 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, we are very positive. So I think next 3 years definitely. I think the election, the year which is leading to the election year, I think next 3 years we think will be very promising if the monsoon also remains good and normal. So next 3 years for across all the sectors for which we are operating in, including tractors, construction equipment, as well as railway, which is showing very decent growth. So all three sectors we expect will perform well over the next 3 years.
Got that, sir. Got that. Mr. Madan, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining in. Good speaking with you. Interesting point there made by Mr. Madan towards the end that going into the election year
Thank you.
is also going to be important and positive because, I mean, the government does usually sort of look at the mass sort of population and what benefits them. And majority of the population still dependent on agriculture, farming, rural income in one way or the other. So government policies should also be aligned in that way. I mean, beneficial for rural sort of equipment companies like Escorts. We'll take a very quick break.